Good morning again. Treadmill Tax Guy rocking at it once again. Question that came to me high level. This is high level tax stuff here. So this is not for the faint of heart. This is not for somebody that doesn't understand taxes at all. The question was in regards to Section 179, accelerated depreciation. If you don't know what that is, it's a Google on steroids for that one. I'm not going to explain all the nitty gritty, but basically what it is it's the ability to take something that might have a longer life in nature and accelerate it and make an election to expense it. But it's an expense at the individual level, plus with some checks at the entity level. I'm not going to get into the high level thinking of that, but the gist is let's say I buy a desk, right? 7-year asset. The desk is $4,000. I have the ability to choose whether I want to write it off over that 7 years on some sort of modified Macers, they call it, convention, or I can take Section 179. That's what we're talking about, and that was the question that came to me is on a residential real estate. I do a ton of real estate, and when it comes to residential real estate, people try to get really fancy. They try to get kind of sneaky. And the question was, this was a person that was house hacking, bought a duplex, lived in half, rented half. Great idea, by the way. I think it's beautiful. It's a great way to start. And then started to do a bunch of remodeling on the other half. And came in, he's like, we're going to accelerate the depreciation on some of this remodeling costs, and we're going to go. I stopped him right there. And I said, listen, rental properties is now a trader business, meaning if you buy some appliances, we can actually take Section 179 on some of those items, right? But if you're remodeling a house, you're building walls, you're redoing the whole bathroom, you've gutted it, and you're doing all of this stuff. This is not commercial, folks. There is no Section 179 accelerated depreciation of any of that kind on a residential property. I'm sorry, in the current law, that is not the case. I'm sitting here January of 2022 on my treadmill. So who knows, maybe 5 years from now, this video is obsolete, but that is the way it is. You cannot accelerate depreciation. So many people think, I make good money at work. I'm gonna house hack this. I'm gonna live in half this duplex. I'm gonna fix up the other side. I'm gonna put a bunch of money in it. It's gonna cause a big old loss. I'm gonna take that loss and I'm gonna apply it against my W-2 wages. Bang, I'm gonna get this juicy refund. We got so many problems and all of that, right? I ain't even talking about passive activity loss, all this heavy duty tax stuff. But just know you're not gonna be able to accelerate. You're not gonna be able to go, well, I remodeled the house, I put $30,000 into remodeling costs, and I would like to accelerate that depreciation to take it. If this is something that's part of the building, I mean, this is a heavy tax code. There is some gray area in here, but for all intents and purposes, if I'm building walls, ripping out, putting in sheetrock and all that stuff, this is part of the building. That's a 27.5-year asset. That means if I spend 27 grand on my remodel, you know what my deduction is? $1,000 every single year, not 27. So if you spend it, understand it. It is added to the basis. It would reduce the capital gain eventually if you sold it, but you're not going to be able to accelerate it. This is a residential property. Commercial has a little bit of a different game, right? Qualified leasehold improvements, 15-year assets, eligible for Section 179. Commercial, big difference, folks. So just remember, if you're attempting to do some of this residential stuff, trying to be kind of sneaky with it, thinking that's going to work, specifically when it comes to accelerated depreciation on residential properties, it isn't going to work for significant improvements. Sorry. All right. Have a great day.